Zambia's Cavmont Capital Holdings embarked on a rights issue that opened today and closes on December the 7th. Joining me now in studio from Lusaka, Johan Minnaar, CEO of Cavmont Bank. Johan, thank you very much for joining us today. So just let's take a step back and put this, take a step back, as I was saying, and put this into context, because you have already raised in part what you need for recapitalization of the bank. Could you just clarify exactly then how this rights issue fits into the broader recapitalization plans?
Thank you for having me. As you probably know, the capital adequacy requirements for the banks in Zambia were raised in January of this year, where banks were required to increase their capital for local banks to $20 million and for international banks to $100 million. This now necessitated that we go the route of increasing the capital to comply with the requirements of the Zambian central bank.
Mm-hmm. So of course you have raised some money already, if I'm correct, 42.8 billion kwacha.
That's right. That has come from our strategic investor, CIH in Namibia, who has deposited the money as capital to enable the bank to proceed in the meantime in doing what is necessary to be done. That those shares will be available as clawback offers as this recapitalization process then proceeds now.
I mean, what sense do you get that minorities will follow their rights and you'll be able to raise the full 90 billion kwacha which you're looking to raise?
Yeah, well, what we would want to do, if I got your question correct, what we would want to do with that is, of course, expand the bank. We've got plans in terms of infrastructure, new electronic channels, new products, and of course also use it for lending forward to our customers.
Yeah, so just before we get into those plans, I was just going back to my point. Are you confident you're going to be able to raise the full 90 billion kwacha?
Well, we are quite confident. The institutional investors are very interested in Cavmont. The fact that Cavmont is now changing from a international or a foreign bank to a local bank, we are therefore enabling Zambians to invest in a local bank. Mm-hmm. And that in all is very positive. It's assisting the local people to at last have a say also in a bank, to have shares in a bank.
When it comes to those expansion plans, let's elaborate on those a little bit. I mean, is it going to be a majority bricks and mortar expansion, or are you looking to grow the mobile banking aspect of your business and delve into that? I mean, you know, recently speaking to the largest bank in Zambia, they were saying mobile banking for them is the next key step.
Yeah, actually that's for us too, the next key step. We've done a repositioning of the bank over the last 3 years, and in the meantime we've introduced electronic cards, internet banking. We are now in the process to go forward with our own ATMs, and of course mobile banking is the next step. That's definitely the next step. We need to go there, and it has already been approved as such.
Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to get a banking license for that. What's the rollout of that? I mean, do you have any kind of forecast in terms of your timeline for rolling out mobile banking?
Mobile banking will follow after the ATM installations, which will commence in January. Mm-hmm. We would have done that, but with the rebasing that is currently top priority in Zambia, where we slash 3 zeros from the existing currency. All focus is now on rebasing to ensure that we comply by the end of this year. Yeah. But that will most certainly be in Q2 to Q3 of 2013.
And when you talk about the rebasing, of course, it affects the entire economy. Not only do you have new notes in circulation, you've also got shop owners, anyone who operates, having to change the actual price of their goods as they're marketed. What role is the bank playing right now? Is it quite a costly exercise for you?
It's a very costly exercise for all banks. it's not only the core banking system that needs to change, it's all the peripheral systems that one uses in a bank. We made a count, it's about 23 or 24 systems only in our bank, which is a small bank, which needs to be attended to. And that becomes very costly at the end of the day.
I mean, just looking at the bank right now, as you say, it's a smaller bank in an environment where you do have larger banks like Zanaco and then, of course, foreign banks operating. What's your five-year target right now, a longer-term target in terms of the type of niche areas you feel that you'll be able to compete competitively in?
Yeah, well, of course, we're looking at SMEs. It's a very central part of the economy in Zambia. If we look at the unbanked part also in Zambia, we still got more than 60% of the population in Zambia is unbanked. And we need to utilize that opportunity and see to it that we give those people also the products and the services that they so direly need. Zambia is a large country, but it is that most of the banks are focused on certain areas, and we need to make sure that we spread our wings and enlarge the footprint over the whole of Zambia.